Another episode of Campus Chronicles. I'm your host, Mercy. And may I say, wow, this has been a weekend. Today, the School of Humanities will be voting. Voting is really important. Make sure you exercise your rights to vote and place your secret vote. It's been an interesting election period. All I can say is, wow. I saw a status saying if elections were a movie, it would be Twist of Fate. And honestly, I agree. We heard rumors, some are complaining, some are happy. The atmosphere is mixed up with different views, emotions. And I think it's safe to say that UNZASU are the most important elections in Zambia, seconded from the presidential elections. Today I'm accompanied by our Info Minister-elect, and he too has a part of this amazing saga. And the first question that I'm going to ask you is, what is your name? Introduce yourself to the people. Our listeners would like to know you.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm profoundly humbled to be on this platform. My name is Gift Ngosa, but I'm popularly known as Chalo Chesu.
Oh, nice. So, Gift Ngosa, can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Okay, so I'm a third year computer science student from the School of Natural Science. Yeah, but my coming to UNZA was actually to come and pursue medicine.
Okay.
So as I was unfortunate, I reported late. Then the school asked me to change the program. So I switched to computer science, and I'm on glad that I love the program more than I did for medicine.
It's a very good program. You're going to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
So you said that your campaign name was Unza Chalo Chesu, right?
Yeah.
That name is very interesting. How did you come up with the name?
Okay. Yeah. Like I said, when I came here, I came with the view of pursuing medicine.
Yeah.
So you know that thing whereby you've told people from home, everyone else just know, okay, we are going to have a doctor in the family.
Yeah.
So coming here, if it was my own wish to change the program, it would have been better from my end. But since the school is the one that asked me to change the program, it was hard for me to accept.
Yeah.
And just to shift my mind to something new that I didn't plan for.
Mm-hmm.
So it took time, and from there, I just in first year, the accommodation issues and other stuff.
Yeah.
So someone even actually scammed me. So
Serious?
yeah, in first year,
How?
I paid some amount to some student who was willing to accommodate me, but then unfortunately that person didn't. So while I was going through those challenges, I just came to accept to say no matter what, Unza is my world.
Yeah.
And I chose to use the Bemba version of say Unza Chalo Chesu.
Oh wow, that's very interesting. I remember the early hours of Saturday, and there was a lot to it. Can you describe how you're feeling on Saturday?
Okay, so for me, I would say the feeling was mutual because last year I did contest on the same post.
Yeah.
And I came out second. So this year I was prepared to say either of the two results should be okay with me. But for my people, the people were supporting me.
So when you found out that you had won and the students had picked you, how did that make you feel?
Okay, so I think in the morning, I just heard some noise outside. There are people shouting the name of my opponent. So yeah, at that point, my heart started moving because there's a lot that was going on in my mind. Look, how do I begin to tell people that it's okay, we did our best and other stuff.
Yeah.
But then, after some few minutes again, a lot of people came by my room just to drag me off. You are the winner and other stuff. So I stayed by Louis, and there's a tower which I named the Info Tower.
Okay.
So they just dragged me and made me to go and stand there and address them. It was so nice that all the monks from ruins came out in numbers, celebrating my victory.
Okay, that's very nice. Congratulations once again.
Thank you so much.
So as now that you're Minister for Info, Minister for Info, what specific challenges facing UNZA students do you plan to address as Minister of Information?
Oh yeah. So even in my manifesto, I did mention to say the main reason why you find that UNZASU executive members fail to perform despite of them having even constitutional powers. I'll give an example, an information minister who has constitutional powers, even just to go out there around students hostels to conduct a podcast, maybe to talk about certain issues that we are facing as students. The main reason why they fail to do that is because of the system of communication that we have here on campus.
Yeah.
And of which at the moment currently UNZASU has Facebook as the only means of communication. This is why you'd find that even matters that only concern the UNZA community are always outside there, and everyone even those who are not part. Yeah. So for me, I want to ensure that we create a platform where only students from the UNZA community will be able to access, and this will be a website where we shall restrict people who will be accessing this website by the use of computer numbers.
Okay.
Therefore, we'll cut off people who are not part of the UNZA community from participating on matters on campus, because they are affecting us in a sense that if there's someone there outside who is known and then he's talking about maybe challenges or other stuffs that are relating to UNZA, majority of us will go with that because that person is either famous and other stuff. So for me, that's what I'm trying to ensure, that we cut off so that we restrict maybe certain matters just to UNZA. And we can only do that if we take advantage of technology. Of course, we know Facebook, most of us students, we even complain to say we do not have time because of academics and other stuff. So how do we ensure that we create platforms for students where they can fully participate? So this is where I'm saying we must take advantage of technology. Like I said, creating a website or a mobile app, as well as looking for other alternative systems that we can use. Like currently, WhatsApp upgraded their system. Why not open a WhatsApp channel that will be open to UNZA community members so that we can interact there, and like just relying on Facebook alone as a means of communication?
Yeah, that's true. And I feel like your idea is very much significant because we have people from different universities knowing what's happening at UNZA, and it's not safe because I can attest to the fact that I've been walking around and I've been hearing people from Eden talking about the campaigns and the elections, and yet I don't even know much, and I'm a student. So I'm like, how do these people know so much from our school? So I feel like, yes, there's supposed to be a barrier between how information flows. Is it only the school and the students that are getting to know about the things happening in UNZA, or other students are getting to know, and that could threaten our safety as UNZA students. So UNZA challenges. What vision do you have? What's so different about your vision, and why do you think UNZA chose you as the information secretary?
Okay, in the first place, let me even say thank you to the UNZA community. I started with this vision last year. The same thing that I've talked about in this year's manifesto, that's what was there even last year. So I've taken time to convince people and to prove to them, to say I'm actually a leader and not just someone who is claiming to be on a position. So earlier on this year, I got a chance to serve as the University of Zambia Union Crek. So I was serving as UNZASU Crek in SRC. So I got some experience there, like the main reason why some other people fail. Because if you do not have some leadership backgrounds, like it's difficult when you get into office. You don't even know where maybe the dean for the School of Humanities is, the dean for the School of Law. So maybe you need certain information, maybe you need to access certain things from them. It's difficult if you haven't been in any position. So for me, I have an advantage because I've worked with most of the people here and most of the association leaders. That has given me an opportunity to see the insight of what leadership is even before I get into an office. So I want to ensure that there should just be a proper system of communication, because we are aiming at being a voice for students. And as leaders, I do not assume that we know the best. Or me being chosen as a leader, it doesn't mean that I'm the best. I'm just the chosen at that moment.
What if you're the best?
That could be the part as well, but I believe to say at every point when they are choosing leaders, there's always one who is the chosen one. So being the chosen one, my aim is to ensure that I deliver the things that I promise the students. At least 90% of that will be seen, because I'm a practical person. Being a computer science student, I want to ensure like the things I was promising students to say we create websites and mobile apps and other stuff. Those are things that I can even do at a personal level. However, just requires to have a direct dialogue with everyone who is in UNZASU and see how best we can come up with even with those systems that I was talking about.
That's very interesting. So Chalo, Chesu. I'll keep on saying your name.
Yeah.
So how do you feel, how do you plan on improving the communication between UNZA students and the university administration?
Okay, so like I said, it requires like one, first of all, to get to know all the offices that are available, because information needs to be flowing in a certain order. So there are moments whereby maybe the School of Natural Science is being left out because maybe that as an information minister or publicity secretary, you do not have a direct connection maybe with that particular person, maybe from School of NS. So my aim is to ensure the moment I'm ushered into office, I shall begin to make a journey to all the offices to ensure that they get to know who to communicate to on time and other stuff. But then, just like I said, we need also certain things to be done in a professional way. It's something that I've seen when it comes to the selection of the UNZASU media team. It has also been an issue. Maybe I would want to put people because they were campaigning for me, they don't have skills. But I think even in my campaigns, I did state to say we need to improve the UNZASU media team by ensuring that we bring people with professions on board. We have a department of mass media and journalism here, and I'm aiming to ensure that we get at least a number of people from here, so that on days such as Sports Day and other stuff, those are the people who are supposed to be there, like on the ground, because that's their profession.
Yeah, true.
Then, like I was talking about creating website and other stuff, I have friends from computer science. So being from computer science, those are the people who should be also part of the UNZA media team, ensuring that the technicalities of those developments and what they are done by students, because even them, they will be able to identify certain things to say, okay, these are the things that should be implemented. So this is what I'm looking forward to.
That's true, and that sounds very interesting. I'm also from the media and mass communication and journalism department, and if you would do that for us, we'd be very grateful, because that would actually let a number of students get known. It would ensure that a number of students actually practice their profession while they're still in university. So for this show, as usual, I have you been listening to Campus Chronicles?
Yeah, usually I do, and I think this is my second time actually featuring on this program.
Wonderful, we're happy that you listen. So we're approaching the trivia section of our show. Let's see how well you know your general knowledge. So I'm going to ask you questions, and I'm going to give you about like a minute to answer. So the first question is, can you name the 7 continents?
7 continents?
Yes.
Okay, so we start with Africa, Australia,
yes,
Asia,
yes,
South America,
yes,
Northern America,
yes,
Europe,
yes,
Europe, Asia. I mean, that I mentioned the 7.
no,
Or maybe
one more.
One more. I've forgotten now.
Okay, so the 7th one is Antarctica. But big ups for mentioning the 6. That's a lot of knowledge. What's the largest ocean on Earth?
The Pacific Ocean?
Yes, true. Who was the writer of the poem Romeo and Juliet?
Wow.
This one's easy.
It's easy.
Yes.
Okay, let me just be honest, I don't know.
Okay, it's William Shakespeare. How could you forget?
Shakespeare.
Yes.
Okay.
So the other question is, who was the first man to set foot on the moon?
First man. Apollo?
No.
Hmm.
Neil Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong.
Yes. The other question is, what do you call a young goat kid?
A young what?
A young goat.
A young boy.
Yes.
A kid.
I said the answer, so that's why.
No, I knew that one, but I was just debating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then, who scored the last penalty when Zambia won the 2012 Africa Cup?
Sunzu.
Of course. Minister of Information, you obviously know this. Then the last question, who painted the Mona Lisa?
Mona Lisa. Oh, I've been hearing about this, but I've never paid attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
Mona Lisa. Isn't it the Mona Lisa himself?
No, it's Leonardo da Vinci.
Okay.
And then, how do you plan to balance up school
Mhm.
and a very crucial role you have been given by the people?
Okay. So, like I said, this is not my first time being in office. I've been in an office that is similar to this one.
Yeah.
And also the other thing is that I forgot to mention, I have been serving as the School of Natural Science Vice President at the same time as I was serving as
Wow, why didn't you
UNZASU
mention?
Yeah, and also I was also serving as Africa Hostels representative.
Alright.
That's how I made it to SLC. So I was serving in 3 positions at the same time, but I was able to manage with academics.
Oh.
And this is because of the nature of my department.
Mm-hmm.
There, it's about you having more of skills than
Yeah.
maybe the number of classes that you attend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I do not plan to miss classes, but my aim is to ensure that I'm on page. And what I've done is that I have friends who are closer to me.
Mm-hmm.
At least on a day where I've missed classes, they usually update me and I usually go to them, what was there and the other thing. Then I spare time during the day. For me, it's for being busy,
Yeah.
attending to school, works and other stuffs. Then at night, it's my time. There,
Yeah.
if you call me around 24 hours, I won't even pick up. It's my time either to
Yeah,
sleep
true,
or
true.
to be studying. So I usually study in the night.
Okay.
So that's how I do it actually.
So, since you've already told us that you've served in 3 different positions, obviously you're a multitasker, and for you to reach this far, it means you've been managing your studies and your jobs very well. Another question is, what is it that you'd like to advise people out there listening about? It can be advice about anything.
Okay. One thing I would like to tell people is that we should never stop imagining ourselves growing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing also, never to think that we are too young. Because yesterday we could be counting that we were 20.
Yeah.
Today we'll be counting that we're 21. The other day we'll be counting that we're 22. So if we think to say, I have enough time, I'll be able to do this and this by the time I'll be 30 and other stuff, we don't have time.
Yeah.
Why not do things that we can whilst we are young, so that by the time maybe we reach 30, 40, then we'll be relaxing.
Yeah, true, true.
So that's
Thank
what
you
I would
very
just love
much.
to tell them.
Thank you very much for
You're
that
most welcome.
advice. My humble plea to you is, please do disregard and change. Do not disregard or change for the people that have voted you in this position and the people that believe you. And that's the advice would give as Campus Chronicles. Please, do actually make what you're saying happen and make us known out there. Take the media and mass communications, use them. You can also use the people from computer science. I think it's important that you're even thinking about your fellow students and how you can involve them in this plan that you have. Thank you. We've had a lovely time having you, and we've come to the end of our show. We've come to the end of this episode of Campus Chronicles. Thank you so much. Catch us next week, same time, same day, 12 hours. Thank you very much for joining us, Gift.
Sure.